Alright, today I want to show you guys what I keep in my guitar case when I go to a gig. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is actually the case for my PRS SC245, but at the moment I'm playing my STR LJ1 guitar and it fits perfectly in here. So first things first, let's actually open this thing up while I walk around. There we go. Hopefully you can see all of that. So not too interesting at the moment, just a guitar sitting in a case. You can hopefully see from here, if I brighten that up a little bit, I basically, very glamorously, I got my guitar case and then a spare thing of moisturizer. I have really dry skin, so always make sure that I remember that. So tone tip number one, keep your moisturizer close. And then in here, this is where the magic happens. I've got a bunch of basically spare stuff, which is pretty handy. So I'll pull some of this out and we can have a look at it. So I've got a spare charging cable and charging port so that I can use my phone, which is basically, I don't own a laptop or a tablet or anything. I do everything from there. I remember when we were in the States a few years ago, we had a bunch of shows cancelled and we were booked. Like we were booked on this like 8-week tour, and about 3 weeks in all the dates got pulled, so I basically used my phone to rebook an entire tour, which turned out well, and that kind of made me think, well, you know what, maybe I don't need to take all this extra crap, I'll just use my phone. So there's that. There's a spare set of just foam earplugs, which is really handy. I have a pair, not a pair, I have a spare power supply here, which powers my Mua 008 preamp, which hopefully you can see there. This is basically just the backup if my Axe-Fx goes down, or if I forget my Axe-Fx. The Axe-Fx has never failed on me, but I have forgotten to take it to a gig before. And I didn't pack this, which is a shame. So that's really handy, sounds really good, and yeah, if anything happens, basically plug that in and get through the rest of the gig. I have a little USB stick here, which is a backup with all my AX8 presets on it. As you can see, a few spare picks and things like that. Very important. A toothbrush, spare toothbrush, up there with spare underwear and spare socks for the most important things you'll ever need when you're gigging or on tour. Then I've got this old microphone case. Let's get into this, shall we? Where I've got a cleaning rag, you know, some polish, some oils. I've got a bunch of business cards and stickers in here, which is really handy. I think I've got my Qantas frequent flyer card in there. Yeah, there it is. I better not show you guys my number on that or my details, because I use that so much. Sarcasm. And then basically some strings. I've got a couple of sets of Ernie Ball 10 to 52s, which I like to use. And then that all fits, when I do it right, that all fits in this little side compartment here. And yeah, then basically, if I'm flying, what I do is I put all my socks and underwear in here. I don't want to show you guys my socks and undies, so I've kind of spared you that. But yeah, I'll just basically stack them around the guitar, and I find that works for two ways. One, there's a bit of extra padding in the case, and three, so I find that works for kind of two reasons. One, there's just a bit of extra padding in the case, a bit of peace of mind in case it gets thrown around by an airline. But two, you know, I figure if TSA or something opens this up and they look at a bunch of underwear, they're probably not going to want to look too much more. So that's a hot tip, you know. If it's if it's on the way home from a tour or anything, then I will purposefully chuck some dirty undies or dirty socks in here or dirty other things. And basically, that is what I like to keep in my guitar case. This guitar top is so pretty as well. Look at that. So, flying out in the weekend, so stock this with plenty of undies and go and do a show. I'll keep you guys posted.